Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to repair a leak that is right next to the shower valve handle, like the one you see right here. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end because I'm going to be showing you how we were able to remove and repair all of this. One of the first things we had to do before we were able to fix that leak is build a temporary stairs made out of 2x4s. The reason why we're doing this is because the area where we're going to be working to fix the leak, it's like close to the edge of the house, and the roof where we're going to be standing on has quite a bit of a slope. So the only best and secure way for us to work there is for us to build this wooden stairs. We actually had this kind of before, but we made some modifications to it so it fits in that area. So once we have it built, we can easily lift it up there. Now you can see that pitch of the roof, since we're gonna be working kind of like right to the left of that window. So how we were able to secure that to the roof is just with a couple long screws. We're just gonna secure it there, and after we take it out, we're just gonna caulk or seal those areas. Now once we have our ladder, we can go ahead and bring all of our tools up here and start removing any obstacles that are in the way. Like I said, that leak that you saw in the beginning, it's gonna be directly behind this wall. Now the only way that we can access that shower valve to fix the leak that is next to it, we had to open up the area directly behind the shower wall, which is right here. We've never seen anything like this. This was really challenging. At first, we started to open up this upper portion right here, but once we double checked the measurement from the inside, we noticed that it was actually lower than this area. So we had to put that back, and we just opened up this whole length directly below the window. And now we're starting to remove the metal flashing at the bottom, the trim pieces, all of the house wrap paper, and any waterproofing material. Then we measured more precisely, and from the left side edge of the window, it was about 2 feet towards the left, and that's where we got this little square. We're gonna cut it out, and we're just using one of the little cutters, and we're just gonna score like a little box. It's approximately about 12-inch by 12-inch area. And so at first you just want to square like score it all along the length, and then just kind of press in the cutter all the way through, so we can basically just get through this plywood material. Then once you do that, you can go ahead and put in with a screwdriver and a hammer into the edge and pull it out. And that's basically what we did. Once we scored it all the way through, we can go ahead and put our pry bar and lift up this plywood square. And once we took this out, it was perfect because in our case right here, I mean, we had the insulation, so we're just gonna cut that out, remove that section, and directly behind it we found that shower valve and also the leak that was directly to the right side. Now, the reason why we are here is because the homeowner noticed a leak underneath, like through their soffit area, and they decided to call a roofing company because they thought it was a roof leak. Here's a soffit area. You can see the P-trap of the tub, the shower tub, but right down there they had the leak going onto their deck. And so they thought it was a roof leak. They called the roofer, but once they inspected it more closely, they found out that it was actually coming around this shower handle area. So that's when they called us. We went in there, took a closer look, and we verified that the leak was from like one of the fittings there that just failed. So we had to remove the entire assembly. Now the owner decided, since we had to open up this and do all this work, they decided to just replace the entire valve assembly with all the connections, which is the best thing to do because, you know, these things can fail over the years and throughout the time. So the best way to replace it is we're just using the same materials like copper 1/2-inch piping. Right here we have a female fitting with the a little piece that we soldered onto it, and we're gonna connect that on the top and the bottom. I also got a little coupler, which I'll show you here in a little bit. The coupler is gonna be sliding through each area, but this is kind of like the whole layout. On the top and the bottom, we're gonna screw those fittings there and secure it onto the valve. The way how we secure it is we put some special Teflon tape, and after the Teflon tape, we're putting some glue just to make sure that it's super secure and there won't be any leaks in the future. You don't have to do the glue if you don't want to. You know, if you put a decent amount of Teflon in there and tighten it up like we're doing right here, that should be more than enough. Then on the end right there, we're gonna put in that 1/2-inch coupler so we can solder that onto the other pipe and connect everything. We have those towels there because once we solder that, since we had such a really tight access area, we're gonna be using those towels. We're gonna actually wet them and put them around there so it doesn't light anything up. So that's the Teflon that we're using. We're gonna wrap it around that screw area for like 10 times. Then we're applying that glue so it will, you know, tighten everything and ensure there won't be any leaks. Afterwards, we're just gonna tighten it up with some pliers, get it nice and tight and snug. So that's gonna take care of the upwards and downwards side. Now for the connection there that we're gonna be putting for the coupler, we have some sandpaper. You always want to make sure that you sand the both edges and also the inside. We also have like this little brush that goes inside the pipe, so we just twist that in there. So we just want to, you know, we want to sand all the area, so when we go ahead and solder it, we don't have to worry about any future leaks or this happening anytime in the near future. Then after we sanded everything, we're putting some of that paste on there, and that will help to slide it all the way through. And that's what we're making sure right now, putting each one of the couplers. Then once we put it in place, we're gonna slide it up and make sure it covers both sides of the pipe, and we're just gonna solder both of those sections in place, and that will secure everything. Now this is how it looks. I'm on the inside right here. I'm gonna help to put in the cover. There's like a round plate cover that goes and gets screwed onto that brass valve section, and we're also gonna be replacing this faucet underneath. So that was part of the decision of the owner. They just said we're gonna take care of the whole assembly instead of just trying to repair one of the fittings, because they didn't want this to happen again. There are the towels that you see. We went ahead and wet them quite a bit and surrounded the area. So once my dad right here soldered both of the pipes, everything was a great success, and now it's nice and sealed up, so we can go ahead and put in these screws. These are pretty long, and it helps to tighten and secure this plate right there. Then at the very end, we're just gonna put back the handle and make sure everything is working properly. So there it is. This is the end result once we put this new valve assembly with the couplers on the top and the bottom. On either side, we use the same CPVC piping and the PEX piping that they had there before with the fittings. So we connected everything, let it sit for a little bit, and after a little while, we turned the water back on, and guess what? Thankfully, there was no more leaks. So this is technically how you can remove and replace a shower valve, especially in a very difficult access area like we had to deal with today. We hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on any videos that I'm going to be uploading every single week. In the description below, I'm going to be leaving several links with different tools and materials that you'll need to do this kind of work. Thanks for watching until the end. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next project.